Everybody, we are back. This is BG Coins. We're taking a look at the master plan, the Bitcoin master plan that BTC underscore Master Kenobi happened to come up with. He is so gracious to take his time and put this all together and make it make sense. Put the square into the square hole, as you would say, and make this Bitcoin thing make sense. Because as I always say in all my videos, all this is secular. Whenever as a trader you realize when you do a lot of trading, you lose, and then you realize, you start asking yourself, how do these billionaires keep making money every cycle? How does Warren Buffett, how did he continue to make money over the course of his entire life? Yeah, some of these traders are geniuses, but it comes on simpler terms, it comes more down to their emotional control and understanding the cycles that we're going through. As I said in my last video, the world governments, billionaires, corporations, banks, the Fed, they all come together to create. They market make. They create the markets. All of this, what I'm trying to show you here in this, and this is the best illustration of what I've been trying to say for a very long time to a lot of my friends, a lot of people close to me, anybody who asks. The market works in cycles, and this is the best illustration of that. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this little mini series. I will be making a video once a month to update the Bitcoin master plan and see where we're at in it. I'm always so adamant about showing this because I need this. It's difficult to tell people that the market is moving cycles, and it's easier to show them. And when you see this chart, these squiggly lines, these green and red candles showing up in perfectly square boxes with numbers that make sense, everything starts to make sense. And I'm getting a lot more people understanding how this trading thing works. You just have to have the patience, and you have to have the resources ready to allocate those resources. You have to have the patience and the resources ready at any given time. But the best part about this is it's all right here laid out for you. And we don't have to do very much except accumulate at the bottoms, accumulate Bitcoin, accumulate your favorite coin, your coin that you think is going to rocket during the next bull run. Okay, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, SHIB, whatever. As long as it has a strong community and it's holding a strong market cap, it's a good coin to get into. Now, to keep everything moving, I'm not going to necessarily go over everything. This is just an update. Currently, right now, this is a graphic, but currently right now, let me bring it up. It's going to the Bitcoin chart. Currently, we are at a little under 17,000. All right, we're going to zoom out. And we're going to go back again to reiterate, in case you forgot, I anticipate us hitting somewhere between 13,600 and lower 13,000s. Master Kenobi has us going all the way down to 12,500 if we want to be very particular about, we have a very square number, 12,500, 82% down. That's obviously 2% less than the last cycle and 4% less than the first cycle. But I think just like last time, and I've showed it in my group, I was talking about in my group, we hit 3,100 here, and we front ran the obvious bounce level of 2,900, and we continued to run up from there. All right, we went all the way up to what's considered the 618 Fibonacci zone. As you can see here, this is considered the 618 Fibonacci zone for where we went to. Excuse me, all this unnecessary stuff you don't need to see. So that's what I expect to happen next, and that zone, let's see, that is not good. It is ugly. All right, something's not working. Anyways, the whole point of this video is to show you an update on where we're at. It is expected by the market for us to go somewhere between 12,500 and 14K. Have your money ready, have your USD ready to buy, start buying, take it easy, You don't have to use leverage. You can start a small leverage long, because imagine if you take $100 and you start a 100x and you have $400 in your reserves as in case we dip again, and then we go all the way up to 34K as we're showing here. 34K is only 50% from the old all-time high of 69K. We can go somewhere between 38% up and 61.8% up. Those are Fibonacci levels. If you don't know Fibonacci levels, look them up. So we'll go somewhere between $30,000 and $45,000 on this next move up. This next move could take, as we looked in 2015, that next move to, this was 38% up from $150 all the way up to $500. That could take over the course of a year from now. You have to be ready in the summer. This move from 3,100 all the way back up to 14K took over the course of a year. Okay, you just have to be ready. All of it is laid out here. Study the map. Expect another dip. You know, even if you buy here, be ready to buy again, because this dip, I believe this dip won't happen. It won't be there for very long. And another thing I want to show you, one last thing that we saw today, a very good graphic that shows a close-up of the comparison between 2015 and now. And I was just having a conversation with one of my closest guys that this feels a lot like 2015, and he mentioned this feels a lot like the Bitfinex crash. Not a lot of people were around during the Bitfinex crash. We got in, my group, Black Lion Kings, got into the market mid-2014. So we're around long enough to remember this crash that happened, and looks like in mid-August. Okay, very similar. The market's not going to look exactly the same, but it will act similar. This is why I love trading off of patterns. And now, if you want to say, oh, there's not enough money in the market, what money was in the market in 2015? There was nothing happening. We didn't have stimulus checks in 2015. All right, and we're at a point, there's data going around that suggests that we're going to have one more move up before the Fed has a pivot on interest rates. Before, not after. Okay, and the pivot could happen sometime in January, sometime in February. And I think both the stock market and Bitcoin crypto market has been following Bitcoin since basically the corporate takeover of Bitcoin over the past year and a half. It's been following the stock market for the past year and a half. So if we have one more move up ready in the stock market, that coincides with what we're going through here. Now, can we expect a very similar move? Yeah, it looks like it can be very similar, but forget what's gonna happen. All you have to do is be ready with your money, with your USD Tether, USDC, and start buying now, because you're not going to catch the dip perfectly unless you put well-placed orders all the way down to 13K, 12,500 or so. All right, so these are the things I wanted to show you, evidence of where we could possibly go in the future. Now, if you want to join the discussion, we have some very, very bright people in our group. They're the smart traders, the people who know what they're doing. They're starting to come back into the market, because let me tell you, there's a very high possibility of the market moving back up one last time before we have a big stock market crash and a big overall crash. We can go up from here, and then we can come down and touch back down to 20,000, 18,000, 17,000 something, and then we move up again. The market's moving cycles. Stop thinking this stuff is made up and luck. Just start understanding what you're seeing and ask questions. Join the Discord. Check out BTC_Master Kenobi on Twitter. He'll give you more in-depth analysis on what's going on. This is all his work. He didn't create this. This is just what happened. He created this chart and he laid it all out, but this is how the market happened to work. He's just found all the numbers. All right. Hit me up with any questions and we'll end it there. Thanks.